Evan with Green Thumb Organic Lawn Care here. We're at a potential customer's lawn we're going to refer to as JD's lawn. This is a primarily fescue lawn. We just have some weeds encroaching, pretty basic weeds. We've got a lot of we've got a lot of chickweed, some plantains, a few dandelion, and a little bit of clover here in the back. Backyard's where the main part of the lawn is. We've got a little bit of Poa trivialis here. This is a winter grassy weed. The best thing we can do to that is just seed through it real heavily so our tall fescue would outcompete it. But the weeds, we can get rid of those pretty easily. And we could definitely thicken up this lawn this year. We've had some core aeration done. We won't need to do that anymore. We use a natural product that stimulates root growth. It's called BioAir. And we just simply don't need to do mechanical aeration to have a successful lawn. I'm not sure if it was overseeded. We might want to know that going into the first treatment. It may be too late in the year. If it hasn't come up yet, it may not be coming up. But it's not a bad lawn. Just got some weeds coming in on it. It could use some thickening up to just get it nice and lush. There's some areas that are a little bit thin and some a little bit bare, but not anything bad. So I don't see anything that would really say a problem to me, besides maybe a small area in the front near the road where there's some gravel that's pretty shallow in the soil. This area is a little bit thin here, but there's still enough viable grass there. If we feed it right and water it right, it should come in pretty decent for this year. And we took soil samples, and as you probably already know, we base pretty much everything we do off of the soil samples and what the lab says the lawn needs. You know, if it's too acidic or needs calcium or needs humates for the lawn to flourish, we do that. We put down whatever it says. We do have a good starting point here, so this is going to be a case of just improving what's here. And I'm not sure what summer weeds we have because we're not there yet. We haven't seen the lawn during the hot months. But it doesn't look like there's much evidence of them, but we will see when the summer gets here. So this area kind of right in front of the truck over here was what I was talking about. I kind of probed around, and there's some areas where you can sneak through the gravel, some areas where you just get stopped a couple inches down. Hopefully that's not too thick. Usually we find that out by the roadside when they made the neighborhood. There's just gravel that gets knocked off the sides of the roads or whatever. And I can see that the fescue has suffered here in the past. You can see there's just not as much of it down here by the road as there is, say, up here where the soil's a little softer and there's not as much gravel in there. So it may be something that in the summer we want to address this particular irrigation head that waters this area and maybe get it to go for longer to try to give this grass the water that it needs. Because what happens when you have a lot of gravel in the soil is it just trickles down through it, and before the grass can get enough water, it's gone. So we may need to adjust the timer on this particular sprinkler head. But yeah, other than this, I don't see any other issues through the rest of the lawn that this couldn't be a good looking showcase lawn. All right, well, we'll get the soil test off and pending approval and see what it says, and we're ready to go. All right, Evan with Green Thumb out.